everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Saints going up against the Falcons. With that, let's get you out to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are just off of Centennial Olympic Park Drive at the home of the Falcons since 1992. It's the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive. Just past the 30-yard line. On first down, Bortles. And his first look is incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Here's a handoff to the fullback, Whitlock. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Dontari Poe emerged on the scene fast as a young player and continues to make big plays at defensive tackle.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. In motion comes the tight end left. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A first carry now. This is Hill. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, Hill. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. So just 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And a man, as we look at the starters now, a man who really has earned us talking about him in the booth, Julio Jones.
He's He's a 1,000-yard receiver each and every year. So sleek, so wonderful. I call him Secretariat.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So it'll be first down here after the run.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. In motion, the tight end. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Following the penalty, it's Hill. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They come out here in the eye. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
This is Hill. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 3rd down now following the run. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, here's Hill. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons. One receiver right, that's Brown. Now this time he'll look to throw. Man open left side is Brown. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll come out in the pistol. Play clock winding down. And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Bortles. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. This is fielded at the 7. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got it at the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Bortles finding a safety valve here. That's complete. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to give them a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally, just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting.
A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the first down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, and now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out here in the I. Again, it's Hill. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
1st down and goal, the offense. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jeremy Hill in the final seconds of the 1st half. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separate. Jeez, I don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, 3rd quarter, let's get to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Let's go! Let's go!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It's his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's brought down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does. And we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Let's go.
And he motions the wide receiver. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And now it's 4th down.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
3 yards to go on 2nd down.
90.
And once again, Hill, he's been busy. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And the wide out in motion. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle. It got his man, complete. The 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 91 yards. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. 6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. They run it again with Hill. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff. Here's Hill. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2nd down and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front. Last level.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now a handoff looking right. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And they still need 8 yards for the 1st here on 2nd down. One receiver right, that's Brown. They'll look to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And that pickup of a 1st down, That's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
First throw for the backup, Ryan. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Rashad Perriman with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And they're going to speed things up here. Bortles now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It goes as a pickup of 23. And that leads to a New Orleans first down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Brought in left side by Snead. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Their big tight end, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. This is Coleman, and he's got room. And a cut to the right and some open field here. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Out of the gun now on third down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Taken at about the 36. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now Hill. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They'll hand it off now. Hill. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
They'll run. This is Hill. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Saints are set up now with a 1st and goal. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Give them 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Falcons a first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Let's go.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So on now. The Saints signal for another timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. This a long one from 54. It looks good, and it is good. From 54 yards away, he bangs it through. And the Falcons are going to win the game. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this.